And it's Nick Menza. How are you?
Good. I'm doing fine.
It's great to see you, man. I knew you've been playing drums all your life. I hear you started at the age of 2.
Yes.
That's amazing. So your father was a musician. Just you kind of grew up around it, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Drums are kind of like an extension of your arms.
A lot of jazz music in my house and classical. I guess if my dad had been a metal player, I probably would have played jazz. But
you had to revolt against something.
Right.
Well, that's amazing. You know, we're celebrating, of course, your book and your years with, you know, Megadeth. But I know you're always making new music, and that's what we want to hear about. But take us back. How'd you get the call to join Megadeth?
Actually, a sound man that was working with us in Los Angeles, I was in a band called Rhodes with Kelly Rhodes, Randy's brother.
The Randy Rhodes connection.
And this guy Neil Schaefer, a good friend of mine, great sound man in LA area, used to work at the country club all the time. He was like a house sound man. He got the gig working for Megadeth on Peace Cell's tour. He was their sound man. And he had called me and said, dude, come on down to Santa Monica Civic. These guys are looking for a drummer, possibly, you know, they're going to make a drum change. Come down and meet them, see if you're into doing it. You'd be the perfect guy for the job. And I'm like, all right, I'll come down and check it out. I went down there and met the guys and everything, and nothing really became of that first meeting. And then on So Far So Good So What, I went back again. He was still their sound man. And next thing you know, I was driving the equipment truck up to Tacoma, Washington. I'm like, what the hell am I doing in the truck driving here? I was like the stage manager, guitar tech / drum tech, setting up all the equipment, me and one other guy. And I did that for like a year and a half, teching for Chuck, until I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much. I said, that's it, I quit. And I quit right before they went to Japan. And the rest is pretty much history. You know, they call me after.
But you were in the zone. I guess you filled in for the drummer, and one night he couldn't play.
I didn't fill in for him. I did a sound check. At Hammersmith Odeon. He didn't show up. He was like at the hotel doing something. I don't know what happened, but Dave said to me, "What songs do you know?" And I said, "I know all songs." He goes, "Yeah, right. You know all songs? Do you know this one?" And he started playing Holy Wars, which hadn't been recorded yet, and I just fell in, started playing to it. And he shook my hand afterwards, and I was like, "What?" He goes, "You know what?" I go, "No, I don't know what." And nothing was said after that for a long time, for the rest of that trip through Europe. And then I got a call several months later at my house, and I thought someone was prank calling me, and I hung up on him, and the manager called me up and goes, "Dude, Mustaine's only going to call you one time. You hang up on him on the phone." I thought it was one of my friends pranking me.
Sure.
I said, "Of course I'm ready. What, are you kidding? I'm waiting forever."
Yeah. So was it 4 or 5 albums?
Yep.
A nice era.
4, I guess, 4 albums.
Yeah. Great music and memories you've given us. Who were your heroes growing up? Who inspired you?
Oh, you know, so many. The obvious ones, you know, Bonham, Kurt, Buddy Rich. There's so many. You know, I hate to name guys that are still playing currently because then it makes them look really old. But I mean, Simon Phillips is one of my favorite drummers. Steve Gadd. I like a lot of the crossover guys into the jazz fusion stuff. I'm not so much a metal drummer, although that's my favorite music to play. Right now in my car, I'm listening to Gojira, Meshuggah, Opeth, Porcupine Tree. A lot of the contemporary stuff that I like. Lamb of God. And yeah, my new band that I'm coming out with is called The Atomic Disintegrator. And I'm trying to do a cartoon with it that I'm going to get on Cartoon Network and write a song for each episode. And I am The Atomic Disintegrator.
So a little conceptual, little concept thing.
For sure.
Well, we definitely look forward to that. What advice would you give to that young drummer or young band coming up today? What do they need to concentrate on to really stand out of the pack and find their own style or sound?
Play because you love it and you desire to do that job. It's not something that you have to do. You got to want to do it and you got to love doing it. And play hard, play fast, play loud.